Hey guys, welcome to your full body workout. We are going to start off laying down on our back. Oh, it's a bit cold here today. Let's warm up. So we're going to start off with focusing on our breathing. We're going to inhale through our nose, exhale through our mouth. Inhale. Filling up our lungs, exhale, let it all go. If you need to, you can have your hand on your chest and on your belly, feeling the breath go into the belly, expanding through your ribs. One more. All right, from here we're going to do a single leg fall out. So I'm going to move my right leg out to the side slowly, use my belly muscles, pull into center. When we do this, we don't want our other leg, so in this case left leg, to counteract and go out the other way. We want to try keep our left knee in line with our left hip as we move our leg in and out. So it's very easy to just move through this and not really feel it. But after a while, because we're using those deep hip muscles as well as our core, you should start to get, you should feel it work and get a little bit of a shake going on. We slowly move the leg out to the side. We exhale, pull back in. Inhale, and just focus on how far you can go out and pull in. So it doesn't matter how low it is. It's more about, is the other hip trying to lift off? Is the other knee trying to move? We're just trying to stop those things from happening. So you just go to where you can keep all of those still and work on that form, pulling back to the center. In through your nose as we move the knee out. Exhale, pull back. Inhale. Exhale. And just move nice and slow and intentional. Exhale, pulling back in. We have a neutral spine, so we're not arching our back or fully flattening it in. We're thinking belly button to spine and engaging down in our deep core muscles. We got 3 more. All right, next side. Same thing again. We're moving the left knee out this time, pulling it back into center. So that means we have to keep our right knee and right hip directly in line with each other. We don't want the knees to move out away from each other. It's just the left knee moving. We have to use those core muscles to pull the leg back into center. Inhale, exhale, pull to center. Thinking about where our hip bones are, pulling them to the center of your body. So physically impossible, but you feel that tightening sensation or that contraction happening as you pull the leg back in. We're using those belly muscles to keep us stable as we pull the leg back in. Inhale on the way out, exhale, pull in. Good. We got 3 more. Focusing on that control. Last one. Nice. All right, we are going to go legs into tabletop. Hands can be by your side for support. We're going to do the same thing in tabletop. So this time we're going to go back to our right leg. We open up, exhale, close. Same thing again. Now it's going to be harder when you're up here. If it's a little bit too much for your core or your back, just do our first one all over again. Otherwise the knee is going to move out. Exhale, pull back in. The foot stays in line with the knee the whole time, so it's not just the knee opening and closing like this. We open the whole leg, exhale, close. Inhale, exhale. Thinking about belly button to spine. Trying to relax through your upper body. Exhale, pull in. Making sure the knee's not going too wide, that the left hip comes up or the left knee goes out to the side to counteract. We're not doing our little mini V at the moment. We're just moving one leg at a time. Just the right leg, staying on that side. Sitting up if you need to have a look and watch your legs if you find that they're just doing their own little thing when you're not looking. Inhale, exhale. Oh, my socks are a little bit dirty. Exhale, pull in. Good. You got 5 more. This is 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten to the other side, trying to not pop your feet down for a rest if you can manage that. Otherwise, have a quick little rest, reset, and then bring those legs back up into tabletop. Otherwise, you keep going for as long as you can. Think about wrapping those hip bones to the center of your body. Relaxing through your upper body if you can. We got 5 more. That's 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. Having a little rest there. You can rock those knees side to side, give those hips a bit of a stretch. All right, so from here, we're going to just sit up a little bit more and you're gonna hug one leg to your chest. If you can, level 1 will just be keeping the foot on the floor and we're going to alternate through our legs. The level above that is keeping the leg up just off the ground. We're going to pull this knee all the way in and we're chest lifting at the same time. So rather than here, laying down, I want you to lift, but there's also a difference from being here and then pulling all the way in and chest lifted, if you can see that. If I'm just sort of holding the leg rather than pulling, which is what we want to do. And then we're going to alternate, pull that leg all the way in as well. We're in a chest lifted position the whole time, trying to stay up as we change. So we're trying to avoid that like leaning up and down each time. We're trying to stay up, lengthen through the leg. We're going to squeeze your quad muscles like their life depends on it, pointing through the ankle, so lengthening the foot into the toes. So rather than just pointing your toes, because I see people do this, we want to lengthen through the whole ankle on both legs. And then we alternate through that. We pull in, use those arms, pull in, belly button to spine. Now, if you get a cracking, clunking, thunking noise in your hips, it is common. Sometimes it's just the tendons moving around over the hips. If you need to, there's a few different ways. Squeezing your quad muscles more, engaging your belly more, or just changing the angle of your legs. So for some people, not going as low like that. Like for me, one leg will do it, so it's not it's just like more loud than anything for me. Uncomfortable is fine, but if it's painful, that's where we need to adjust it. So we need to practice being comfortable with being uncomfortable, and sometimes you just have to have a play around and see how your body feels. You might have to just pull your leg out to the side a little bit more, turn it out a little bit more, or turn it in. It's sort of, everyone's different. And sometimes you just have to warm up a little bit more. We pull in, in. Keeping that chest lifted. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Have a little rest. All right, from here, if that feels okay and you're ready for the next level, we're going to go a double leg extension. So tucking in nice and close, and we're going to extend both legs and arms go overhead. Now, when we do the same thing, don't go too low on that first one. We want to think lengthen out, coming back in, give yourself a nice big hug into our little ball, lengthen. Tucking in, so pulling through the arms as well as pulling the knees towards us. Squeeze everything you got as we lengthen out. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and having a little rest there. All right, so our next one is going to be a variation. We are actually, I think it's called climbing a tree. So one leg is going to be straight, and we're going to walk our hands up while the other one's just hanging out here. If you need to, you can have it on the ground, but the end goal is to be able to hold it the whole time. We start laying down, so we've engaged everything. We're walking our hands up. Once you're up there, see if we can pull a little bit closer. Walking back down your leg, having a rest. The whole time we're trying to press our knee to length to lock out by squeezing your quad muscles. All these ones do knee straightening or knee extension. And then we climb up, you're starting to use your abs, and then we use our arms, pull the leg, lowering down each time. The other leg is straight and active the whole time. We pull in, we lower down. Just practicing trying to keep the legs straight as well, especially when we're pulling and giving those hamstrings a big stretch. Just making sure that we're not holding our breath while we do this. Just do what feels natural for you. It doesn't matter if you can't get up all the way. Just walk your hands up to where you can and focus on the chest lift, because there'll only be so far that your hamstrings can go. But if we pull up using our abs, you'll get up closer to the leg. And we'll go one more. And slowly coming down. Nice. All right, we're going to swap over. We're going to have that leg up to the ceiling, other leg is lifted. We're going to pull in closer. The first few reps probably don't feel the nicest, and that's okay. They're probably just going to feel a little bit tight. Lowering down. Big pull each time. We got 3 more. Big pull. Controlling down each time. Other leg is out long. And we got 1 more after that. Nice. Have a little relax there for a moment. Now we are going to still do the grabbing of one leg, but this time we're going to alternate. So it's like the hugging of the knee one, how we alternate in and out. Now we've just progressed to straight legs. When we do this one, I want you to grab above the calf if you can, rather than down here, because your legs will look like this as we're alternating. We want to practice having straight legs. I know it's harder, but it is necessary and we need to practice building that strength in those straight leg positions. So from here, legs out straight like we were, and then you alternate. So it's like the scissor movement, pulling. So I'm using my elbows pulling to my chest while I'm trying to keep the leg as straight as possible, and we alternate through that. We got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Having a lay down there. If you need to have a rest, more than welcome to. Otherwise, we are going to keep going. Our next ones are going to be our leg lifts. Goal is to have straight legs still, but if you need to, you can do it into tabletop. So I'll just show you that. I always just have my toes on the ground and my heels lifted, so it helps, saves me from like bounding off to like jump up the legs, because we want to practice being as close to the straight leg position, so it's not so much a transition in terms of strength. When we're here, knees are together, thighs are together too. Exhale, lift up, lower down. Exhale, lift, lower down. And as we go down, we're just trying to not fully arch too much, not trying to lose your butterfly. You want to keep a hold on your butterfly as your legs lower back down. It'll be a lot harder, but we're doing it properly. So focus on control and slowing the movement down. Be more intentional. It doesn't matter if you can't do as many reps, but if they're better quality reps, it's like anything, quality over quantity, and you'll actually progress faster when you do it properly early on. If you are ready for a challenge or up for a challenge, we are going to have straight legs. We lower down. You don't have to touch the ground. Exhale, lift. Squeeze your quads, point your toes. Lower down. Exhale, lift. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. You got this, keep going. Squeeze your quads, point your toes. We're trying to relax through the upper body because naturally you'll want to go to look up and curl, or your head will be like this as you're trying to lower down. So squeeze the shoulder blades back, belly button to spine. We lower down. We lift. We got 3 more. And relaxing there. Nice work. Rock your knees side to side if you need to. We're now going to go into reverse crunches. So it's pretty much a leg lift with a butt lift. Like a little lift and lower. And it's really important that we control the lowering down. So no plopping. As much as it is a lot easier, same thing, we're working on that control on the descent. Even if you can't get your butt up very high, you just get it up to where you can, lower down with control. You will get so much more strength gains from that rather than just like flying through the movement and not being super intentional. So same thing again, if you need to, you can go to tabletop, lift, control down, toe touch down. Otherwise, we're gonna go straight legs, exhale, lift, little pop up, lower down. Focusing on keeping your legs straight, embrace the shake. Trying to slow down all the way down until the pelvis is down. We got 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. And relax. All right. Have a break if you need to. Otherwise, we are going to go into candlestick. It's a crowd favorite for a lot of people at the studio. So I love doing it too. It's fun. Now, doesn't matter how high you can get up, but it's the same thing. It's about the control on the way down. That's just as important. Now, we're pretty much putting those two things together. So leg lift into a reverse crunch, and then we're going to keep going to the ceiling. When we do this, as you're learning, you'll come up to your reverse crunch. Feet will come over your head a little bit more, and then we go up. But over time, we won't need the feet to go over as much. And then on the way down, you pretty much want your kneecaps to your eyeballs, to your eye sockets. Slowly roll down, no plopping. So I'll show you what I mean. So we leg lift, reverse crunch. If you need to, see how my feet are over my head and like my knees are in line with my eyeballs. And then I squeeze my abs, my hips are coming through and my legs are going up. So hands can be on the ground. If you need to, they can be underneath your butt for support. And then we're squeezing, lifting, lengthening. Now from here, I'm going to fold in half. Knees are coming back to my face. And then we're going to work on that really slow descent without your head coming up. Lowering down all the way to the ground. We really want it to be slow. It's going to be easier, fast, up and down. You're going to be like, "Ooh, I got it." But especially with Pilates, slowing it down, refining your practice, seeing how you can challenge yourself more is a huge part of it. Now, trying again. I'll show you without my legs going too far over. It will be something to work towards, that you use more of your abs rather than the momentum of your legs. So we lift up, my feet are here, and then you'll go straight up. That's something that we want to work towards eventually, and even taking your hands off is a very big goal for some people. And then from there, rolling down nice and slow all the way down until your pelvis comes down, and then controlling when your legs are lowering all the way to the ground. So we're going to continue on with that one wherever you are at. We exhale, lift up. Once you're here, most people will get to a point where they're like, oh, I can do it. How we refine it is think about someone is pulling you up by your toes, and you want everything stacked on top of each other, squeezing everything you own, controlling down. Now, if you're new to this, you might feel it in the back of your neck here. And it's fine in that spot between a little bit discomfort and getting used to the movement and actual pain, which comes with time of being able to connect to your body, knowing the difference between the two. And sometimes there is a fine line. You just choose what you feel comfortable with to start off with, and then you can keep revisiting this move, and over time you will get better at knowing if that is enough, or you go, okay, I'll hold on, I'm going to push more onto my shoulders. You can push into the back of the ribs if that's where you're at, rather than if you're like at your hips. And then we control down. So this is the part where I see a lot of people just go like this. And they roll up. You haven't used any of your abs or deep core muscles to lengthen back out. You've just rolled up so everything stayed tucked. We want to lengthen out and we want to contract. So on the way up is our full contraction. We exhale, lift, contract. We've opened everything up. We squeeze and lift and breathe, especially in this position. If you have big boobs, it might be a bit harder. And then lowering down. So we're starting the folding, and this is where we're going to start to lengthen back out. That's why the neck and the shoulders and the head want to come up, because it's hard. So we're going to think about up here's all staying on the floor as the legs lower down. We got to squeeze our belly muscles, lengthen, 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 all the way down. Nice. All right, we're going to go again. Last one. Squeeze and lift. And then lowering down, knees to your eye sockets, controlling down, one vertebrae at a time. Nice. And having a rest there. All right, from here, we are going to come up onto our side. I'm going to fix me Pilates hair. Have a drink of water if you need to. And we are going to be on our forearm with our knees bent. So laying on our side, like so. We are going to roll back and roll forward. We're working on that control using the abs. A lot of the time I'll see people sink down into their shoulder like this as they're doing it, but I really want you to focus on pressing out of your shoulder. So we're going to use all those back muscles to help. Otherwise, you'll just feel it in your shoulder like this. Another thing that some people experience is on your hip bone as we roll forward. It doesn't feel the nicest, so after a while some people do find it painful, but it's just trying to find that position where you're rolling on most of the fat of your butt. Doing this as well, lifting up through your waist, you're more on the fattier part of your hips and butt, rather than leaning down, putting the pressure into your hip, which is where it will poke out straight away. And it's just building a tolerance to being on your side a little bit more like this as well. We're going to have our legs stay together the whole time, and they're going to move with us. If you need to, you can have your other hand on the ground for support. We're going to start to roll back. The knees will lift up. You roll onto your butt cheek. The legs lift up into our tabletop position. If you need to, hand here, whatever. And rolling back forward. I'm just going to move forward so I'm not half on the mat when I roll back. Here we roll. We engage in our belly muscles to pull everything up, trying to get our our shins horizontal, coming back forward. We roll over and lift, coming back forward, control, lifting out of that shoulder. Same thing. We roll over, chest is open here, so not sinking back, and forward. And one more. Good. Have a little breather. Now, as we're getting used to that, you can either stay with that. Next one, we're going to roll and extend one leg at a time. When we do this, the knees are staying together. So I'll show you what I mean. We roll over, one leg extends. So I'm squeezing my quad, pointing my toe, pulling back in and over. Same thing again, but we're doing the other side. So we're just going to alternate legs, pulling back over each time. Coming over, squeeze, back forward. That's it. We've got one more on each leg, rolling over. Last one. Good. Now, if you want more of a challenge, we're going to go double leg extend each time. Otherwise, you can just stick to that one or the level before. We roll over, chest is open. We squeeze both of our legs, bend in, come back over. Rolling, up, down, come back to the start. Good. And we come up, lift, and now we're going to stay here and just bend and extend the legs. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the legs. Other arm that we're not using goes overhead. We're going to do a tricep extension as the legs come up. Touch the toes. We got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and resting there. Good job. We're going to roll to the other side now and do that all again. We are going to be on our side here first, rolling over to our tabletop, coming back forward, sitting out of that shoulder, chest is open, rolling back each time. Good. Wrapping our hip bones to the center of our body, focusing on your breath. Good, we got 2 more. Last one. All right, now we are going to do our single leg one. So we roll over, extend one leg long, come back, roll back to the forward, roll back forward, roll back, extend, bend, coming forward. That's it. We got one more on each side of these ones. Roll back, extend, coming forward. Now, if you wish, if you did it on the other side, we're going to do double legs. So roll back, extend, bend, come forward. That's it, staying open through the chest. Use those ab muscles to roll us over with control, forward and backwards. We come over, we bend and extend. We're going to stay here now. We're just bending and extending through our legs. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to bring our non-working arm over our head and we're going to come up like so for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And having a rest there. Now, that is us all done for today. I hope you enjoyed that one, and I will see you very soon for some more fun. Bye.